1, 2, 3. Volume's probably a little soft in comparison to music. That's okay if that's the case, but just checking anyway. It should be kind of hard to hear me. Okay, good, good. Squeaky chair. Woo. Ladies and gentlemen, I think the stage has been set. We should be ready to go. So let's dive on in. That seems like a good plan. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the official ROCKFISH Games stream. I am your host and your guide, Eric Schrader, the community ambassador for ROCKFISH Games. There's the music, there's the imagery. Oh, now it's all coming together. Oh my goodness. But welcome everybody. We've got a little bit of some sneakage peekage today, as well as some things we went ahead and implemented into our build and we're currently testing that I can show you. It's like super hot off the press, was added yesterday. Some of it was added like super recently, like this week. Lots of good conversations are being had internally with ROCKFISH as well. I want to pass that off to you. I can tell you that we had an incredibly solid meeting, making some super high level decisions, and it's all pointing to some very nice conclusions. I'll give you more details on all of that once I'm allowed to share more details. But just know that things are coming together well. It's been good. It's been good. And also big shout out to basically anybody who's used the forum ever, whether it's a complaint, whether it's been harassment, whether it's been praise, whether it's been powerful suggestions. You have all been interjecting yourselves in a way that has made the community grow so much more powerful. Your passion and your responsibility have equally come together to help us iron out a lot of these details. And when I'm able to share more of what that looks like, I think you're gonna be happy, because some things were changing the direction we moved in because of feedback we received, and other things we're putting more emphasis on because of feedback we received. That's about as close to teasing that information as I can possibly get without getting fired. So without further ado, we're gonna dive into where we left off from the last stream, and we're gonna show some new stuff, a little bit of new stuff. It should be good. I also see there were some questions over on YouTube. You guys did an illegal, okay? I saw what you were doing. Stream hasn't started yet. You're asking your questions? Oh yeah? That's how you think this works, huh? That's actually totally fine. So let's answer a couple questions before we even push the button. So one of which was from HighBarfTix. Says, how many cockpits per ships are there going to be? I actually cannot answer that question. This is one of those things where we have to decide if that's something we need to put emphasis on, or if we need to can it, or if we're gonna do like a billion different things with it. There are so many different directions. Now, I know somebody heard can and they're like, wait, what? Look, okay, there are a lot of details that are going on internally. We have deadlines to make. We wanna pick the most important things, okay? That's what you need to take away from this. So, all of that being said, we have planned to do cockpit customization, but I will share more about that when I have information to report. that I know that can be kind of a hot topic right now, but we've talked about it in the past. It's in the vlogs. So if you guys aren't familiar with what I'm referring to here, you can go back to the vlogs. You can see different cockpit interiors. Okay. Maybe someone can even link that. I don't know. But yeah, like we know that's on the list. It's planned. Like it is planned to be. We also are ironing out and making sure that we're moving in the right directions that we need to be moving in. So yeah. So that's kind of the answer there. It could be 10, it could be 1. So, you know, we have another question. Are Vosk ships on the roadmap? No, because of trademark, but we can get kind of similar-ish. I'm sure you've probably seen a couple elements already that are referential to previous works. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. But we're probably not going to get so super cheeky that it's blatant copyright, right? Let's see what else we got. Is that good? How is Josh doing? Hey, that's a great question. I actually haven't personally encountered him yet, meaning just engagement. I've had a number of hot items on my list, as well as the entire team. Because like I said, we had a pretty good meeting this week. And so it's just kind of, it's ironing out those processes. Josh is already diving in and he's like, hey, we need more cheats to do these things to gather more intel appropriately. So you know it's good news. You know it's solid when that's the starting point. So yeah, it's been all good. Let's see what else. Bayer Dynamic headphones. Goodness gravy, I don't even know what they're called. Yes, they are. Yes. Yeah, and these are the ones that have like I can actually still hear. They're like open backs, I think is what it's called. I love these things. But anyway, the stream's not sponsoring Bayer Dynamics, so we're not gonna give them any more credit. They're wonderful, but that's not the point. Let's load up our game. We're going to the stream save from spares and scrap. And we're gonna go from there. We're gonna go from there. Hello, when will bounty hunting be added to the game? When it's ready. When it's ready. Without cockpits, we already have 144 variants. I know, right? What a small number. I am disappointed. I was hoping that we would at least hit 200. And in fact, if all goes according to plan, we will easily. So we'll see. Okay, so we left off with this gunship, right? We left off with this gunship, and you know, it's nice. It's a nice vessel. I'm not gonna, you know, deny that. We had Robo Joe from the last stream suggest the gunship, and the time before that he suggested the bomber. So now today we are going to be giving some love to our light fighters. So we needed to head back to Nefty's Plains, and we need to get ourselves a smaller ship. Say Striker today? Oh, no, we're giving our light ships some love today. We're giving our light ships some love because we've been working on some things. Whee! So yeah, also if any of you missed it, we did update the map to where there's now like actual things that exist on it, like planets. We still haven't added the shadow effect here, but if I zoom out here, you can actually see that there's an overarching effect to each one of these that's making it a little bit more defined. And you can see the shadow effect very clearly when we start going like this. Just little quality details. And also there was somebody who had mentioned in Discord and they said, well, the planets seem to be the same size. And I said, no, they aren't. And then somebody else corrected me and said, oh yeah, they are. Do these planets look like the same size? I just, like, first off, I don't know why you're not taking me on my word, but secondly, I know shapes. I have 5 children. Oh, anyway, just wanted to lay that thorough smackdown, get wrecked. It's fine. They're just shapes, whatever. But yeah, so nice little update there. But yeah, lots.
Yeah, one good, one bad.
I forgot we need to turn the vocals off because we don't really care too much about the voices in this particular run. If you want to read the story, you feel free to do so, but I'm going to be talking over it a lot, and I don't want to be challenged by it. Gotta go fast? Yes. Why are the planets larger than the star? Look, when it comes to design, especially UI, sometimes you have to make decisions that don't necessarily make sense, but visually look pleasing. Imagine, if you will, looking at this system and not seeing a single planet because they were scaled correctly. Just imagine that. All you see is a star, and that's it. We don't think it's very exciting. I imagine you probably wouldn't think it was very exciting either. So we just enhanced the size of those planets. Looks pretty good to us. It's a nice map that you can tell where those celestial bodies reside, and we're going with it. We're going with it. That's basically why. We need a real scale mod. I don't have a comment to that. People telling their love of their different ships. No, that's great. Yeah, Interceptor's a solid ship. I think a lot of individuals still fly the Sentinel, just like straight out of the gate, right? The first Sentinel that you acquire. And I mean, goodness gravy. I keep bouncing around as to what I think my potential favorite ship is. It's too hard. It's too hard to decide right now. Plus we have to wait for more balancing and passives and stuff. But I'm just gonna go over here and point out that scout looks a little bit different than normal. We're just gonna look through these a little bit, see if there's anything else to find. That Vanguard, oh, also the Vanguard's got a different, but we didn't get different engines. That's unfortunate, but that's okay. So basically, I want you guys to decide between either this Vanguard or this Scout, and then I'm gonna show you a little bit of what we've been working on. So do we want a Vanguard? Faster maneuverability. It's also a bit weaker when it comes to basically everything. But because it has an overcharging shield, it's more defensive the faster it goes. Or do we want, or do we want the Scout, which is a little bit beefier, a little bit slower, and operates as a long-ranged beast machine? I'm seeing a lot of confliction here. Oh my gosh. I'm seeing a lot of confliction here. Goodness gravy. Vanguard, Scout, Scout, Vanguard, Sentinel. Vanguard, Scout, Van. We don't have a van, unfortunately. Man, flying van. Or maybe a Winnebago for any of my Spaceballs friends out there. Scout, Scout. Let's see, we got Vanguard, Scout, Scout, Scout. Vanguard, Vanguard. See, I'm gonna do some quick maths based on what everyone's done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Vanguard has it. Vanguard actually has it. There's more votes coming in, and I still see more Scouts in comparison to Vanguard. So we are gonna fly this one today. Oh, we need to get rid of some stuff first. I'm actually glad this happened. So if you have ever been wondering what happens if like your storage is entirely full like mine is, and you know, what happens if I buy a new ship, right? Well, this is what happens. When you try to buy it and you're like, oh, I want to swap it, it says you can't transfer your cargo. Go fix your cargo first and then you're allowed to get it. So we wanted to make sure we didn't like bug out the game and everything gets broken and you just feel bad. Also gonna get rid of all of the things. We're just gonna get rid of all of it. Just cleaning house. Oh, we need to do that at the shop. So we are going to go ahead and sell. And then we're also gonna dismantle a little bit because I wanted to show you how much faster dismantling is and also destroying. And then we'll also sell those. We'll hang on to our resources, that's fine. Maybe distribute some perks? Oh yeah! Tractor beam, that's delightful. Give me that tractor beam range. I love it. Okay. Now that that's been cleared, I hope I still have enough to purchase this thing. Yep, we're good. We're gonna swap over to this Vanguard. And then we will look at some other quick new detail for it. We'll also change the ship colors. I don't have a lot of color options at this point in time, unfortunately. Like this is the one that I kind of customized myself because I like the white and the orange. We could also go with more of like the traditional rockfish red look, which I like this. We'll use this for now. But otherwise, I wanted to show you a little bit more in detail as to what's going on here on this ship. In addition, I wanted to, oh, not the other wing, excuse me, the other engine. So let's try and get a good angle in the sky. Here we go. So here we are. So as you guys know, like from the medium ships, we actually have 9 different engines and 9 different bodies that can rotate between them, and they're shared all in the medium ship class. This is the same approach we're doing with the light ships and the same approach we're doing with the heavy ships. So that's why whenever I was cycling between the Scout and the Vanguard, we saw this very similar body structure with these added little details here as one of the longer bodied cockpits, right? Much like you get some of the longer bodied ones for the medium ship class, that'll also be the case for the heavy class as well. Now this engine, I'm particularly a large fan of. Now again, these engines and body types are exclusive to the lightweight class. So medium ships cannot get these bodies. Heavies absolutely can't get these. But you can see like just all that added detail that the team's going for. What's that number? Does that mean something? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's a cheat code. Anyway, so yeah. And then of course, in conjunction with these, we also have the ship wings, which will be growing over time as well. You guys have seen that one already, but this is just one little snippet of what it looks like to go from tier 1 to tier 2. So the wings are independent from the bodies and the engines. But the engines, you know, if we go through here, we see this is the original engine that you guys are familiar with, but then this is the new one. So light little change, but a pretty big difference when it comes to the aesthetics. And then the body itself, where we had the close, and now we have the long. Close, long. I kind of actually like the close cockpit with this engine. This engine feels more like, I don't know, it just feels like it goes faster. That doesn't make any sense. But as you can see, we are hard at work and bringing more of these components together to make things just a bit more snappier, to give you more tools to get to the ship aesthetic that you're desiring. And this is only engine number 2 and body number 2. Again, for the medium ship classes, we have 9 different engines and 9 different bodies. Okay? I know somebody's doing the maths out there. Every ship then has 4 tiers of wings. So like this is tier 1, this is tier 2. There are 2 more tiers planned. This is for each respective ship class, not the weight, but the class. So your Scout, your Vanguard, the other ship that's been labeled as Spec Ops mysteriously, that you've seen also in the vlog, you gotta go back and see this, all right? I'm not giving you new information here, I'm just telling what has been shown. These ships all have 4 different wings. And then, as we talked about earlier in the stream, there's the potential for having cockpit customization there. And there could potentially be more. We'll have to see how much space and time we can allow for that space and time. But all in all, I think Matthias has been doing an absolutely fantastic job. He is our 3D professional modelizer of all things player ships. Modelizer? That's what they're called, right? That's the professional term. And space time. Oh yes, don't forget space time. But yeah, so this is what we're gonna be flying today. And I think somebody earlier said it kind of looks like a Klingon bird of prey because of how it has the neck sticking out like that. Yeah, I'm kind of getting that vibe off the Vanguard, actually. That's I mean, obviously, it's not to scale. It's like, if we did it to scale, it's like, oh, well, you know, it's tiny in comparison to what would be like a Klingon bird of prey, which would be like this big, whatever. But I digress. I digress. And that engine, I mean, shoot, that just feels good. Oh my gosh, I really enjoy this new engine. So this is what we will be flying around today. Let me just double check my inventory. Yeah, we're only level 3. We have more missions that we're gonna be taking on, the main missions, to keep cruising. I think we're also gonna do the undead ship now. And just keep going from there. Through the course of the stream, I'll, of course, be answering questions that you guys have. I probably missed some in explaining the new ship parts. And again, this is just one new engine and one new body. That's it. That's all I'm showing you right now. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But there's a healthy amount more in the works for not only the lights, but also for the heavies. Do the different aesthetics have different class stats? This is a great question. Right now, they do not. It is in the plan that each aesthetic has a unique trait about it. And in addition to that, we've talked about this before, this isn't anything new, but we also have the concept on the table, which doesn't mean it's gonna happen, but we would like it to. We have the concept on that table to also add transmogging at the in-game state. So that way, if you really like that wing set and really like that body and really like this engine, but you hate the stats on them, you can use them anyway to look the way you want and have the stats you want. Because we know that it's not enough to have great stat opportunities and playing builds, but you gotta look good doing it too. And we want to maximize that. One other thing, there's so many things. So last stream, we actually played with the relative mouse position as well, right? We played with the relative mouse position. This was recently added. We had a series of individuals continually asking it, and that number just kept growing and growing, and we're like, okay, you know what? There's validity here. We're gonna plop this in. So Andy went ahead and plugged this ability in. So it's titled Auto Move Mouse Back to Center, but it's relative mouse positioning. And when you do this, I'm just gonna enable it for a moment and also center my crossword behavior. When I move the mouse like to the left and I let go, it then centers where I was pointing. Okay? So some people have made this request. Request granted! Hey! Request granted. But I'm not gonna play like that. Not for now. Not for now. For now, I'm gonna go back to what I feel is the most comfortable and what we did intend the game to be played as, which is using the floating crosshair behavior with auto move mouse disabled. So that means when I'm moving to the right, I'm constantly moving to the right until I choose to center it. Again, this is preferential. We think that most players want that by default, but if you don't like it and this makes you freaking dizzy, you have the option to change that. Okay, now I think I've covered a couple elements from last time. Ooh, we got black. I'm excited. That's gonna look good. But yeah, now that we've kind of covered a couple of the elements from last time, we'll go in and complete this mission up and get into the next segment. Now I've done this mission a couple times, once or twice. But basically here, it's kind of an exploration mission where you have to figure out where the different generators are at. You blast them, you use a little bit of physics, just a little bit. And then you also use, well, actually, a little bit more physics. These unstable power cores, if you miss, they'll actually blow up if they run into something really hard. So like if you are holding one of these unstable power cores and you collide with something, it'll blow up in your face, literally. So you do want to be careful with these. Otherwise, when you toss them, they can go through points. I have never had that happen before. We need to destroy it so we can generate another one. That's a first. Let's just be real super cheeky about it. There we go. And now once we open that up, we can get over here where this bulletproof container resides. We get some shield breaker missiles and some phase plating. Both of these are quite nice. I think I'm gonna cycle in. Yeah, I think I want more missiles. The shield breaker missiles seem real good for Vanguard, I think. And we'll probably add that plating when we get to a station, because that is, at the moment, the only way to accomplish changing your armor. So yeah. Now with that out of the way, getting a little bit more experience to hopefully level up to 4 and ultimately 5, which would be a nice space to be for the additional missions here. We'll continue these missions. But yeah, in general, I'm not 100% bound to this new body type yet, personally. I think I like the shorter one, but because I know we still have a number more to go, I'm hoping that some of you have drawn a lot of interest in this particular one versus the original to come up with some new, like, obviously, since it's in right now, this is gonna be in the next update, right? Yeah, that's what I mean to say. That's what I'm saying. It's nice, it's fun. It's fun, dang it. I'm telling you it's fun, therefore it is. That's not how that works, I'm sorry. Anyway, you get the point. Eric posing for a new PogChamp. Oh, whenever I was excited about the ship color, look, okay. I just get really excited. Okay. So we have this transition of them talking and all that type of stuff. It's really pretty looking. Oh yeah, super pretty looking. I'm gonna skip this. More on that later. And then we get Delia, wonderful. And then we're gonna answer some questions. I'm seeing a couple getting answered from Michael, our CEO, who is with us in the chat. Always want to give him a solid call out, not just because he's my boss, but I think it's, honestly, I think it's completely badass that he actually wants to be a part of these streams, help answer questions and provide clarity, just to show you we mean serious business through the course of our development cycle. So if you have questions, he will be helping directly answer that. We've also got a number of other team members who have snuck right in. So if there's something that maybe Michael would otherwise have to look up, they'll be able to cut in, answer questions. And then obviously I'm here, so I can answer a ton of stuff as well. It's real good. So I see one question from Janoxer. How about rewarding the more immersive but harder to play cockpit view with a minor stat boost like weapon range, accuracy, or similar? Well, I wouldn't necessarily call easier or the cockpit's easier or harder because of one specific thing. And I'll just show it right now. And that is because you can choose to play in first-person mode without the cockpit. So you just completely bypassed having to deal with the harder cockpit, but get the benefits, and I see that as an imbalance. I think it's just gonna come down to aesthetics. And I think that's also okay. Whoops, I almost died. Okay, so we're gonna change our ship colors because we got black. So do we want the main bot? Oh, the answer is yes. The answer is metallic black. Oh, okay. Metallic black, absolutely. Let's see. Do we want some? No, that's maybe too much. We could do a little. Yeah. Okay. Yes. 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 I like this. I'm gonna go with this. I didn't even ask you if you wanted it. I'm doing it. That's how we are right now. I'm gonna keep the colors as standard. I might actually tone them back down to 3 to give them a little bit more of a glossy. Yeah, I like that. And we're gonna, I don't want to get super metallic with the black. That's about as far as we want to go with the black. This feels good. This feels good. Now I wish we had more colors, but we are going to make these yellow because it's the closest to the other highlights. So yeah, that'll be fine. That feels good. Delia is now giving us access to energy orbs. Yay, fun. And we're going to invest our energy chargers, the one wiring kit we have. So we're building up our tractor beam even further. Wonderful. Will there be more traders like the Flying Duchess that can be summoned with a beacon? Flying Duchess is kind of the main trader that you'll be engaging with in your travels. But obviously there's going to be a number of stations that offer different goods and where you're going. So like stations in Cedo offer different goods than stations in Union. Yes, there's some crossover there, but we're looking to be more definitive in where those resources are found and how it helps you with if you wanted to go a trading route, if you will. And again, that's not implemented yet. Those are that's in the works. That's in the plans. That's in the plans. Last week I asked Eric if more side quests were added in Union and Cedo with the Zarkov update, and he said yes. I think there were there not? I think there were. I'm not 100% sure if there were any added to Cedo, but I'm pretty confident there was to Union. And if I'm mistaken there, I'm sure one of my team members would be like, Eric, no! Liar! But I certainly thought there was, because I looked at my checklist of side missions and I went, shoot, I missed that one? So I still haven't done every single side mission yet. I'm missing like 2. But yeah, I digress. A couple more questions and then we'll keep going. Revisited every locations in thoroughly, but could not get a single one started other than vault worthy. Am I doing something wrong? You may have to just be exploring a bit further. Sometimes missions don't even show up until you dock. Sometimes they don't show up until you go to a particular area of that space. It requires a little bit of exploration. Now, we also have in the works, and it'll be more of an in-game state, but we also have in the works, something we've talked about, we'll have the map give you more qualifying details as to what's going on. Oh, I just realized I unlocked all the locations. I unlocked all the locations. Okay. Oh no, I didn't cheat that in. Never mind. It's fine. Everything's fine. Scratch that. We're good. But yeah, so we are wanting to have the information on the map, and it will be revealed in an in-game state once you reach a certain point that tells you you collected all the things, you got all the side missions, you did that other happy fun good time, or you didn't and you suck and you need to go back and do it. Like it's gonna give you that information. It'll probably be a little bit more nicer about it. More nicer. Wow, my English is great today. Oh my gosh. Otherwise, but yeah, we'll help you out through that process. If you're struggling, internal game systems will say, go check this out. That is in the plan. So completionists out there, don't worry, you're not gonna have to load up some 40-hour-long gameplay walkthrough. The game will actually help you accomplish it yourself if you just give it time. Tractor beam, what is the gameplay purpose, meaning of needing to press a button to tractor in loot in contrast to Everspace 1 where it just happens without any button press? Basically, now that it's a looter shooter and there's a lot more loot that drops, we want you to be particular about the loot that you are picking up. Obviously, we have adjusted the mass pull-in setting to where it's easier to do. I showed this off in a previous stream, but basically for those who missed it, the way that it works is when we had it before, if you were holding down the button and you missed the item, like you went past it or it just didn't centralize on the item anymore, it would break that. So then you'd have to turn back around, lock onto the item, look directly at it, hold the button down while you're looking at it. When it completed, it would suck everything in. Super annoying. We agree. So we fixed it. So now if you see an item, you mouse over it for a brief second, you start holding the button, you're going off and doing another thing. You have to hold the button for like an extra what? Less than half a second, and it pulls everything towards you. It's a complete game changer when it comes to picking up a lot of loot. I've been using it extensively, and I am very pleased with the results of it. That should also be in the next update accordingly. I see a lot more questions, but I want to get back into the game because I don't think anybody wants to show up to the stream and just look at a map. So we're going to do this for a little bit more. We're going to dive in. and then we'll keep answering questions in a moment or two. So next up, we're doing this mission where we're kind of hunting down these outlaws, and we're looking for their particular beanbags. So we're gonna go to this one that's incorrect, and we're gonna complete the internal location challenge to net ourselves another Eternal Bypass. Bearded Frog says, I don't think there's a new side mission in Cedo with Zarkov. Okay. I feel like you're correct there. But truth be told, I haven't actually looked at it, so I don't know. I know Grindel's in chat. He might know. He's our friendly neighborhood wiki editor, and boy does he do good work. Can you please enable photo mode in the hangar and during jump gate? That's a good question. I don't know if we can do that. I know that it creates some interesting effects if people cheat that in. But otherwise, I honestly don't know. It's not something that's on the priority list, right? This guy's level 9, my goodness, okay. Let's give him a mine to deal with. And thankfully, we are fast. Our engines kind of suck, though. Oh, no, don't get close to me. No, thank you. He likes corrosion, let's let him have some. Another one for you. Now, we don't want to be too close when he pops. Okay, that should be fine. There we go. Okay, good, it dispersed. So the location challenges in Cedo are a bit lighter than the ones that you're gonna get from other systems, just because Cedo is the first one and, you know, it's not trying to be crazy demanding on you, but, you know, you still have to do things. In this area, we just have to fight that level 9 and best him in combat. That's all. Is this a Jaeger? I have outdated equipment. How embarrassing. This is a standard pulse laser? All right, well, let's make something better. So we're gonna go ahead and craft. Let's go ahead and unlock, because I want another pulse laser. So we unlocked this pulse laser blueprint, and now we're gonna craft it. So now we have a level 4 pulse laser. Is it super better than what we just had? No, not really. But is it better than what we just had? Yes, and it will suffice until we find something that's even better than it. Oh yeah, that damage output is much healthier. Makes me feel a little bit better about showing this on the stream. And the general purpose behind the crafting system as a whole is to do exactly what I'm doing right now. It's just fill the slot until I can find something that's just straight better. And the crafting system, I mean, the way that it operates, the more you put into it, the more you get out of it. So if you don't want to put anything into the crafting system, you don't have to. But at the same time, you're now going to rely on the complete random drops and what you find, as well as what you could purchase from a ship, which are obviously going to cost you credits, as opposed to just scrapping stuff you don't like and then rebuilding something that you would prefer. But no hard feelings whatsoever if you are completely ignoring the crafting system at this time. I really like collecting the set bonus gear. Will you have a ton more of those or just a few? That is a wonderful question to ask. And what I can guarantee is that we want to make a lot more set items as well. That's also going to come down to the remaining time that we have for development. Yeah, but believe it or not, in the initial plan, we wanted to have, you know, about one, maybe one per every 2 systems, like set items appear. So we'll see what we can come up with, but so far, we're fairly happy with the results of the Bloodstar set. Probably more tweaking to go, but we'll see where we can go from there. Trying to remember which one of these locations is the correct one to go to, but we're gonna go to them both anyway, so it's fine. What are we getting in the next update ship-wise? I believe the plan... You know what? I'm gonna break form a little bit here. So last time we had an update, we said we were gonna deliver 2 ships. We delivered 1 ship and then we delivered another ship a little bit later. This next update, we're saying we're gonna have 2 ships. I just have a hunch. I want to be straight honest with you guys. I'm going to be straight honest. I have a hunch that we're going to have 1 ship and then we're going to drop another one later. That's honestly what that's what I think. If Michael's going to get mad at me for saying that, I'm sorry, Michael. I want you guys to have your expectations tempered here. The plan is to get them both done, but I think it's going to be far more proper to have the expectation of seeing 1 and then another one delivered a little bit later, much like we did with the last update. I think that's what's gonna happen. That being said, which one's gonna show up first? The heavy or the light? That's a damn good question. Is Matthias in the chat? Legitimately don't know. But if I did, would I be able to tell you? Regardless, that's I think that's where we should, you know, set that expectation. We're planning for 2. Pretty confident, actually, that we'll have 1 new ship at the point of the update and then 1 new ship a little bit after that. Okay. Yeah, and Michael is confirming that. Thank you, Michael, for 1, not getting upset with me for doing that, and 2, confirming that as well. He's saying that he doesn't see 2 player ships happening in the next update, given how long it took to add the previous. So yeah. So let that be your expectation. And we will push for 2, but expect 1, right? But regardless, we're making both of them. We're not cutting 1. If somebody's like, oh my gosh, you promised 2 ships. That's not how this works. I also want to curb that expectation. Because that's not an expectation. That's something else. We are making 2 ships as promised. When they get delivered, you know, sometimes deadlines slip around a little bit. You guys know this all too well. We don't like it, but it's what must be done in order for quality to make the books. All right. Man, I forget how fast these Vanguards are. And it's funny because this is just the Vanguard 1, so he's not as maneuverable as his level 2 counterpart. I'm glad I have overcharged shields. Okay, now that we have gained some ground on this guy, let's bring him back. Okay, perfect. Ah, yes, the time extender. Very, very good. Whoop! Yeah, we need a better energy core. I think my energy core might be level 1. Oh gosh. If it is, that's embarrassing, but it would also explain why I'm having to change weapons so frequently. All right, there we go. So we get the station port, thank you. Good. Whoop. Drone down. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yep. Player perks. We got a level up. Also want to pick up this stuff. Not a big deal. Just like having things. So let's see what we want to choose. 25 reduced damage while boosting. We're in the Vanguard. We're boosting all the time. It's an easy choice right here. Easy choice. For those who are curious, close call. Instead of taking lethal damage, you basically redeploy. You don't die immediately. You get invincibility for like 10 seconds. 10 seconds is what it says right there. And then defensive massacre, killing an enemy instantly triggers your shield recharge, which could be good also for the Vanguard. Don't get me wrong, but I just want to reduce damage while boosting. Let's see, what else can we do here? Oh, we got some signal decoders. That's nice. We'll keep going. So here's a fun little detail. I don't know if many of you caught when you were playing EVERSPACE 2. But we actually help you understand if there's more enemies or not from nearby hangars. See how this is green? That means more enemies are within it. See how now that it's red? That means these are the last of their fighters. Fun little detail. Nice and clean, okay. More bad guys coming in. I don't really have a lot of shields left, and I don't want my shields going down. We're taking armor damage, then we've taken too much damage. And the Vanguard. Because, I mean, our armor and hull values are low in this thing. And when I say low, I'm talking like in the hundreds, okay? As a comparison point, if you're flying a generic gunship or bomber, you're starting off with like at least 2,000 hull points, okay? Like, look at this thing. Armor 151, hull 161. We are a small boy. There's a hangar where enemies come from? Today we learn. On their bases, on bases. Teeny tiny ship. Yeah, I call it eensy weensy. Cutie patootie. All right. Knock off the nonsense. This is a serious stream. Always serious. Yeah, the music's so good, Nurston, right? Ship fighting 101. Shields low bad. Oh my gosh. Guys, we've got a professional in the chat. Holtzberry Art House. Thank you for the pro tip. Solid. I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. And it's so important. You don't look at your shields when they're down and go, oh, it's fine. I have armor and hull. No! When the shields go down, it's time to get a little bit more defensive. I'm telling you right now. I guess that also depends on what ship you're flying. It's fine. Let's keep going. Also, isn't this location just beautiful? Let's just take a, wow. That is a shiny bolt on my ship. But isn't this location just beautiful? You guys like this one? This was like, I think this was one of the first locations when we were in development. We added some of this fog stuff. What do you call it? Nebula gas, whatever. When I saw this, the team showed me a screenshot of this. I was like, wow, that's really great concept art. And they're like, bro, it's a screenshot. It's like, no, it just feels good. This feels good. There's a lot more of this, obviously, when we go into, the other sectors and whatnot. Let's see if I can I make a pretty looking screenshot, maybe? Come on. I want to try and be a little clever with my screenshottage. Can I not? It's not going to let me adjust the aperture. No. That's fine. Whatever. We'll do that later. But at any point in time in the game, you can go into a camera mode, as you just saw there, and take screenshots, adjust your aperture, field of view, exposure, take some shots. At the end of the stream today, I'll actually be highlighting several of yours that you guys have been promoting in the Discord in particular. And then Shuzin, he is going to very likely take those and then post them up on Instagram, because we like to brag about our community. Especially some of you guys have like some serious knack for photography, like goodness. It's amazing. Volumetric fog, thank you. I was on the cusp of saying volumetric fog and I wasn't sure if that was the right term. Thank you. Appreciate it. Teammate for the save. Whew. All right. There's so many different terms in game development. Oh gosh. That's enough to make you go mad, I'm telling you. Okay, here's this base. But first we want to take out this prospector. Well, that was more than enough corrosion. That helped us out a lot. Am I missing somebody making fun of me? Hang on a second. I gotta... Bearded Frog says, I don't think Eric is capable of being serious. Not when I need to get serious. I'm pretty serious. Let's be real. Let's be real. But obviously, when this stream is all about being transparent and open about the development process, and I get to play with all these new intricate little toys that you will inevitably have your hands on, like, I'm a kid in a candy store. Let's be real. It's like, hey guys, check this out. Woo! It's like, oh, I got this little teaser. Drop. Oh my goodness, I can talk about this thing. Are you sure, Michael? Are you absolutely sure? Yes. Did you actually say no? Too bad. Like, goodness gravy. I am absolutely, like, I love this. I love this. And I'm glad that you guys have these questions to help us flesh out what that development looks like to you, to like level the playing field when it comes to expectations. So anybody coming into these streams understands that there's a freaking ton of stuff we're doing. And yeah, we love to clarify any of those details that might be misaligned or misunderstood. It's so important right now in game development to be on the same page with your community. It's so important. So thanks for being here, asking those questions, and hanging out, having a good time, as I'm just being a silly doofus sometimes. There we go. Wonderful. Now we still have to blow up a bunch of stuff over here. There's a little secret hole underneath the base. I kind of don't want to do it because I have to like fly around and get some stuff for it. Wait, is this the one that you fly around? No, maybe this isn't. I might be thinking of a different base. We have too many secrets already in the game, and we've got like, how many more star systems? Oh gosh. Oh boy. Wow! My teleporter went a little bit further than I thought it would. I guess that's not a bad thing. I'm just playing with my food. Alright, so that should open up the core. All right, let's take out this base defense turret because they put some pain on us last time. We can't quite destroy them. That's unfortunate. My weapons aren't strong enough. Wow, that is such a huge upgrade. Absolute crazy upgrade. Let's go into this hidey hole. I can't remember if this is the one where we can complete just inside of it, or if I have to go get some other stuff. Because if I have to go get some other stuff, I don't want to do this. Oh no, this one's fine. Okay, cool. I can just do this. I just want to see a black hole, man. Yeah, black holes are pretty cool. I think black holes are pretty dope. We do have more environmental challenges that are in the works. I can't tell you what all of them are. But I can tell you they're happening. Whoop, 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 over here. Awesome. Is Hans Christian in the is he in the chat? Out of curiosity. He's probably watching and he's not in the chat and he's like, "Oh my gosh, Eric, what are you doing?" If he's not here, it's totally fine. There's gonna be some talking points of some item modifiers, more or less in the near future. But yeah, I suppose we'll have more information on that later as well. We're gonna blast these guys and we're gonna look and check the questions that you guys have been asking. I also want to pick up some of the secrets in this area if I can remember where they stinking are. If we had a better sensor, we could probably find them more easily. But that beam laser is gonna be an instant swap. Gonna get rid of this pulse laser. Oh, and we have another Eterna bypass. That's really good. Man, we're getting all the better armor platings. Just straight up upgrades. Look at this. I just haven't been equipping stuff. How embarrassing. But I might craft a new item or two out of necessity. We also have this bulletproof container where we get the nano transmitter. This is a very, very, very delightful little device for the defensive players. Basically, as you're taking damage, if you pop this, it will repair your hull for the amount of damage that you are taking, up to 30% of that damage. We also have another Eterna bypass here, but we're not done in this area yet. There's more secrets. I just have to remember where they're at. I don't think it's this. No, this is too small. I think there's another wreck over there that I'm supposed to procure, but let's go over here first. We got some critters. Oh man, we're so loaded with stuff. Copper deposit. Do we have copper? That's iron. Here, let's scrap a couple items. We'll do that for now. Ooh, that beam laser though, that feels good. Can we get close without? Yeah, Gauss cannon. Another Eterna bypass. Another one of those Eterna bypasses. For anyone who's wondering what an Eterna bypass is, those allow you to get augments, and augments can then be used to increase your various attributes, like firepower or expertise. Okay, yeah, so there's another hidden secret in this area, but instead of just like being super incredibly thorough, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna destroy some guys, and then we are going to zip on out, head to the next location. So you can see that line of the sniper drone. It's something we addressed last time as well, but it's important to note. You can very clearly see we've adjusted that line so you can more easily dodge the sniper drone. If you keep moving in the same location, he's gonna get you, but it flashes right before he fires, giving you a chance to dodge. And if you are maneuverable, like say in a Vanguard, with sweet new engines and body, then you can more readily dodge it. I also know that I just got hit by it, so don't make fun of me too much. There, now he's gone. Okay, so we'll keep moving. We'll keep moving. And we'll answer some questions right now. Kessel Run confirmed. Pretty sure that's trademarked. Pretty sure we can't straight up use Star Wars planets from the Outer Rim sectors. Or from the mid-rims in the core either. But, you know, in particular, Kessel, known for its spice mining. I mentioned I'm a dork, right? You guys know that? We're good with that? You make this ship look like a hummingbird? I think most people do. Like whenever I'm watching streams, whenever I'm watching you guys stream, most people who jump into the Vanguard, they tend to make the Vanguard look good. Just so fast. It's so zippy. Yeah, Gun Mule, I definitely did. Yeah, I was talking about the sniper and then I got hit, but. Okay, so answering some questions here. Oh my gosh, hi Barf Tix. I saw your, like, way back. Did you mean seriously, Goofy? All right, well played, well played. I accept, very well. Will you add better consumables in the future, such as Turret Mark II shooting laser? Maybe, maybe. So Wizard Jerry, I don't actually know if I'm allowed to say this, but what I will say, I'm just gonna tell you, I'm feeling very generous today, Michael. So, but I will tell you, Wizard Jerry, that we've had a number of conversations about consumables internally. We have. All right, I'm gonna be straight honest. We've had a number of conversations, things that we like, things that we don't like, things that we want to improve, things that we want to take away, all of it, okay? In fact, it's kind of been more of a hotter topic, okay? But what I will say is that a lot of the consensus is that we want to add more variety to consumables. I'll tell you straight up. Now, I can't guarantee that, which sucks, but I can assure you that we've had a lot of internal conversation about that, and consumables is an important part of the game. Like it's actively on the screen right now. They should carry some weight to them, right? They should carry some weight. And as it stands, you can play this entire game and completely forget what a consumable is, and you're fine. We recognize that. We recognize that. So, that's about as far as I can go without Michael shutting down the stream, all right? Michael's like freaking out, oh my gosh. Don't worry, I know the lines that I can't cross. If I slip, however, that's, you know. But yeah, I just want to straight confirm that. Just want to straight confirm, like, this is an important topic to us. So, good question. Hope that answer satisfies, even though it's kind of a non-answer. But I have a feeling it's giving you the information that you're looking for. Let's see. Reducing, revamping, crafting RNG as far out as the ship dealer component RNG reduction. That's something that's also been internally talked about, Bearded Frog. I can't tell you like the priority of it, because like right now we're hard at work on the Khait Nebula, right? And also the upcoming player ships, and also some new creatures, and also some new missions, obviously. A lot of new handcrafted locations and unique textural components that come with that. New mission, I already said new missions, new, lots of stuff. It's all on the roadmap, by the way. All the stuff that I'm mentioning, this is all on the roadmap. That's the primary focus right now, is what's coming in that update. But rest assured, We also know that the crafting needs a little bit more love as well, and that's been a point of conversation within the team. And we've been seeing a lot of you guys talking about that on the forums too, which is why we bring it up. Like, you know, you guys are talking about it's like maybe we should talk about this too. Like it goes hand in hand. It goes hand in hand. Are there new paint finishes coming? I don't know. I don't know. But I will say the addition of the new paints has been very pleasing when it comes to screenshot mode. I've been seeing a lot of your guys' crazy interpretations of what a good ship looks like, and some of them are sexy. And some of them it makes me realize that not everybody passed with flying colors in art class, and that's okay too. Does Michael have a big red emergency button? Yeah, just abort, just slams his hand down on a desk and the stream just flatlines. Yeah, that's basically. Oh my goodness. How many capital ships with interesting engagements do you want to add? 1 billion. The stars the limit, right? Now, obviously, we do have a plan. Like we've shown the concept art. Maybe I can actually just sneak this in right now. Hang on. I'm looking for. I moved the concept art. That would take a little bit of time. We're not going to cut to the concept art, but we showed this outlaw dreadnought, this massive maneuvering space station that launches fighters. It's basically a home to hundreds, if maybe not thousands of persons of an outlaw faction, like an entire clan of families, right? And all evil families that you have to bring down, right? But we want to have some interesting engagements with larger boss style enemies, as opposed to, you know, our smaller variants like the Outlaw Destroyer, right? You still have those weak points that open up and you have to kind of like navigate inside to do that. That's I call that what do I call that? The word is eluding me. Mini boss. That's the term. I call that a mini boss. You got your fighters, you've got like your almost like your freighter style of class, the Ravager. And then you have like the mini boss, which is like the destroyer. But I would call like the Dreadnought. Is that what it's called? Outlaw Dreadnought? Shoot. I can't remember if that's the name of it. Everything's eluding me. We have plans for bigger ships that you do cool stuff with. Dang it. That's the answer. Okay. Now we're through that one. Let's see. Does Josh QA the stream? That is damn savage, and I love it. I actually love that. Josh, if you're here and you know what to do to make this stream better, you let me know. By the way, I'm actually gonna take a quick break here. I would like to get some water because I'm running low. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hop you on over to the Wait page, as you guys are very familiar with. This is where you can get all of your information when it comes to news and details. You know, when it comes to, what am I trying to say? Being up to date with everything, I guess is the way to call it. So yeah, we're having a lot of fun with all of that, and I don't know what else I'm saying. But I'm gonna go get some water really quick. I'll be right back, okay? Lots of places to follow us, be engaged, give us feedback. Discord's a wonderful place to share your screenshots in particular. Oh my goodness. All right, 1 second. Clearly I need water. Woo! Okay, I'm back already. That was fast. Look at this cutie. Oh my gosh, aren't those cute? Look at how adorable they are. Oh my goodness, look at that. Oh my gosh. Hang on a second, I want to try something. I have some bread here. Peanut butter. Hang on. Hang on. I'm a professional. Peanut butter's delicious. I want to see what space jelly tastes like, because everybody knows this is where jelly comes from. I'm just gonna try and... That guy right there. Oh yeah, perfectly covered in beautiful space jelly. Yes. All right. That's pretty good. I'm looking forward to what the Khait Nebula has to offer in its fine dining experiences. All right. So yeah, for those of you who aren't aware of the plasma jellyfish, this guy actually comes from EVERSPACE 1. What? Except he's got a pretty big improvement. I mean, if you're checking this guy out right now, you know that there's some quality flourish that has been approached in our display of them. Now, obviously this is looping, otherwise this would be like the best screen shaver of all time. At least I put it on my phone or something. But you can look forward to creatures like this and a number of others the closer we get to the Khait Nebula. And you can tell this isn't the Khait Nebula because of the purple going on there. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I'm gonna take my time eating the sandwich because it's actually delicious. I am a child. PB&J's all day, baby. Oh my gosh, I really needed water and food apparently. But yeah. So in the next update, we can make real life sandwiches from EVERSPACE 2 creatures. Yeah, sure, why not? If you put a piece of bread on your computer screen and no jelly comes off of it, I mean, just report it to the Steam forum as a bug. I don't know what else to tell you. Ever tried peanut butter and cheese? Sounds interesting. I'm not gonna put it past me. I'll try just about anything once. All right, anyway, clearly, this is a stream about EVERSPACE 2 and not about my enjoyment of peanut butter jelly sandwiches, but yeah, progress. Progress City. I hope that you're enjoying this as much as I am. We're very, very pleased with the results of our dabbling with organics. And like I said, this is but one of the critters you will be encountering in the Khait Nebula. Delicious. I'm almost done. It's like I hear Michael right now. I don't pay you to eat. Oh, goodness gravy. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the weight screen because I need to adjust this really cool little jellyfish effect on my face, which I hope you enjoyed that. Shout out to Shuzan for working on that effect. I think it came out really well, actually. Neat. All right, so I'll be right back with you guys. we're back. Awesome. Super fast, convenient, delicious sandwich down. Highly recommend Space Jelly. And yeah, where do we go from here? Well, we're still looking at the new engines and the body for the Scout and the Vanguard in particular, the light ships. And this is just one new addition. That's it, just one new addition. We've got several more to go. So if you're liking what you're seeing, be sure to like and subscribe and ring that bell for notifications and all that stuff. But more importantly, with all sincerity, one of the biggest things that you guys can actually do is go over to Steam and put us on your wish list. That helps a ton. That helps a ton. You don't have to put your money into us right now if you've been burned by early access before. I know I have. If you don't want to go that direction, totally fine. Wish list us, wait it out, watch us, see if we are fulfilling the expectations that you desire or not. Then you can make that purchase or not in the future. I'm not gonna push it more than that. But wish listing helps us a ton. With all sincerity, like it goes real far. It goes real far. So, cool. Let's keep going. We got lots of inventory. Wiring kits, great to hear. Let's go ahead and put some of our stuff in storage that we may or may not need later. We'll also do that. Let's see, phase plating level 2. Let's organize by value. That'll give us the most valuable one. Yeah, there we go. Organization. It helps find the best goods. Who'd have thought? We're gonna take a gas cannon. We're gonna keep the beam laser, I think. And we're gonna scrap everything else. Just gonna straight up murder it. We're gonna use medium nanobots instead of light, but we'll keep those on hand just in case. And we'll also activate this level 4 signal decoder and go do that while we're level 5, so it gives us a little bit more meaningful loot. Otherwise, if we get too high level, it will be less valuable. So let's see where that generated. Generally speaking, whenever you use a signal decoder, the plan, the way that it's meant to work, is that it should generate in the same region that you're at. So right now we're on the region known as home turf, because this is where, you know, your base is at. And so in this region is where it should generate. And it was on the cusp, but it is in there. So if I was in the deep fields, I would have activated it, it would have appeared in the deep fields. It should always be somewhere nearby. We kind of gamified that for the sake of convenience and looting and shooting. All right, high risk area. Here we go. Oh my gosh, I forgot to mention that there's a freaking demo. That was recent. It's a recent addition. So yeah, so that even goes even further into it. If you don't want to buy the game, that's fine. Not only can you wishlist us to keep up to date on all the updates, you know, you can also freaking download the demo and play up to the level that I'm at right stinking now. You could do that. You could actually be flying very similarly to what I'm doing on the stream just from the demo alone. That's pretty neat. That's pretty cool. Completely free. Man, this thing's not as good against shields as I would like it to be. Another signal decoder. Oh no, I do not want those Weber drones. Glad we took care of him, but it's a solid yikes from me. I really want to blow up this guy with a mine. That feels good. All right. That feels good. So, There was a conversation in the forums, I think, about, actually there were several. One was on the topic of level scaling, and I intentionally did this, you caught me, but I wanted to show you guys one of the elements that is applicable to our soft level scaling. So for any of you those who, like, whenever we mentioned we're doing level scaling, it made you freak out internally, like, no, not to this game. When everything's the same level, nothing's unique, the stats don't matter. We actually agree and understand, which is why we're not doing a 100% true to form level scaling process, okay? Now, without going into like the heavy details of it, basically think of it this way. Locations are leveled. Some of these locations are higher level than others. These are gonna be much higher than Cedo. These are more than Union. These are more than Zarkov. These are gonna be even more than Zarkov. And they each one play their role and the type of loot that you're going to gain, the type of enemies that you face, etc., etc. In addition to that, based on your level, different enemy types will also generate. So it's not just that, you know, we'd get to the high risk location and with every single high risk area, you always fight the same boss every time. Well, it depends on what your level is and what system you're in. So when you're a lower level in Cedo, when you haven't hit level 6 yet, the boss is just a Ravager. I know many of you know that you've seen, like you've seen the high risk areas, you fight an outlaw destroyer in almost every single case because you're watching individuals that have hit a later game experience, they're grinding the high risk locations, so they have a greater challenge to deal with. But if you are not that high of a level, the enemy types change. The battles are different. It's not just a matter of, oh, you fight the exact same thing and levels and the stats are different. No, like the encounter itself and how it builds is inherently different based on where you're at with the freaking game. The progression system isn't just there to be an illusion of difficulty, all right? And I say that because that can happen in games, but this is something that we're very mindful about, something that we're very intentional about correcting and adjusting as we move forward. And also just want to throw it out there because I should. There has been a lot of dialogue pertaining to level scaling on the forums, and we recognize that. Again, this is a very important topic for us, and we want to make sure it's done correctly. We are not done with how the progression systems work and the level scaling works. More on that in the future. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the weak spots. I was just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna talk about this topic because I expertly destroy this being. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, various enemy types will have different challenges accordingly as well. The Ravagers? Is that what they're called? Goodness gravy. Why am I forgetting the names of all the... I know why, it's because we're adding more and I don't want to confuse the names. But regardless, yeah, armor plating. You can blast the armor plating off and it takes out their armor much faster. Much faster. So Bloodstar set items are going to be low level. Sort of. So let me clarify that. Bloodstar items, when you find them initially, yeah, they're lower level, but the level scaling brings Cedo up behind you as you continue leveling. So we'll just crack this open a little bit further. We won't go into like super level scaling talk, I promise. But let's say Cedo, I think, I'd need confirmation on this, but I think Cedo is level 1 to 9, like depending on the locations you go to. And then Union starts at level 10 and it goes up. But in Cedo, the Deep Fields, the Shattered Asteroid, and the Hinterlands down here, all three of these locations, you can encounter Bloodstar enemies and they will drop loot, right? If you're under-leveled, the loot they drop is higher than you. If you're over-leveled, their loot will be lower than you, yes. But if you are insanely over-leveled, like let's say you've been playing and you're level 20, you know, and you come back to Cedo, it's a lower level system, it's gonna be lower level loot, but the level scaling helps bring the loot that you find up to a more meaningful level. So if you're a big fan of Bloodstar items, you come back, you're not gonna just find level 4, level 5, level 6 Bloodstar items that are pointless to use in the entire game space. This is exactly why we're using level scaling. We want loot to still be meaningful, even in an end game state. So if you want Bloodstar items at a high level, you can come back to Cedo, fight them, and they're going to be much higher level. Furthermore, we will also have in-game systems to bring that up even further to your delight using other elements of the game. In addition to that, the initial set item bonus for the Bloodstar gear allows Bloodstar gear to drop from any outlaw source at all. So if you're in a completely different system, you have a small chance when you engage and destroy an outlaw that it can drop Bloodstar gear at that enemy's level. So if you're looking for more Bloodstar stuff and you only have 2, your chances have inherently increased to keep adding to it or replacing it to make it better. These are the systems we designed using level scaling to not make all the stats pointless, but to rather help the looting, shooting mechanics that are integral to the game space. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Ooh, ooh. I got to level 18 before leaving Cedo. Is that normal? I mean, bro, there are so many RPGs out there where you just grind before you do like the main quests, right? Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Like, holy cow. You go into like story mode where it's like a tutorial course and you're just like this super swole beefy guy with all the equipment that you could find in the game up to that point. And it's like, uh-oh, I have to fight this arch nemesis of mine that's gonna do the thing. And you like one-shot him, which triggers a new cutscene immediately. And you're like, that's it? Really? Well, of course that's it. You grinded everything out of that particular location. Which, you know, it works. You just have to have that mindset of realizing, you know, especially if there's a leveling system, that's probably gonna happen. It's just part of gaming. Like, we're gamers here. We know that happens. We know that happens. Now, obviously, we're still trying to like tweak that to make it feel good when it does happen, but you know, I'm also sure, I'm very confident that when it inevitably happens more to you guys, you'll let us know. But also, as it was said from Spoot Knight, I believe Spoot Knight said it, we are adding in a difficulty selector as well later in the game state, so that if it's just too stinking easy for you and everything's a breeze, it's a cakewalk, oh, I'm such a skilled gamer, I'm not challenged enough, you can do that. And also, if you just can't seem to get the controls and you need a little bit more assistance in learning core gameplay mechanics to better and hone your skills in the game, yeah, you can make it easier. We will have those at a later point in time. It's important. We recognize it's important. I'm gonna take out this Outlaw Destroyer, hopefully. Ouch, our shields are down. That's not actually pleasant, and we didn't get a lot of weak point shots at all. Okay, we gotta back out of that. We could easily get killed here, so we gotta play our cards a little bit more safely. That's an elite. I don't like you. I don't like you, elite. We need a better engine, I think. This one's working okay, but so here you can also see that like I just got equipment that was higher level than me, because I'm in a more challenging area than I probably should be, because I haven't been doing the side missions and I'm going straight for the story. Right? This is one of those effects. I'm still able to hold my own because I'm super skilled. Anyway. All right, let's drop this guy. There we go. Beautiful. Another Proto Scout? Oh my gosh, I'm glad that I have these shield breaker missiles. That just melts them. Level 6. Excellent. Always a nice reward to get more experience if you're jumping over to higher level locations too. Always feels good. All right. Maybe use the alt. Oh, shoot. That would have helped take out that Outlaw Destroyer a lot faster. Because with all sincerity, I probably should have died from that. The teleporter helped me evade those missiles because my engines are not up to speed here. Or rather, my energy core. The real problem is the energy core. I need more energy. So with that being said, let's make more energy. Let's see, secondaries. Uh-oh, I might have done a really bad thing. Oh wait, not secondaries, we need to go to modules. Okay, no, we're fine, everything's fine. We can get an energy core. I almost screwed myself up, but I didn't. Okay, yeah, so this is just inherently better. Just inherently better. Oh, and we had one anyway, so this one prioritizes boost. We had what we need. I just needed to look around my inventory. But regardless, if you ever need something else, you can craft it. Okay, I like this a lot. One of the caveats to the speed word shield that we're looking at here, this thing only recharges while you're boosting. Coincidentally, Vanguard overcharges while they're boosting, so you want to be boosting all the time anyway, so it works out really well with the ship. Works out really, really well. Oh, I could adapt the energy core now. So yeah, we'll just increase the rarity. That makes it inherently better, and plus 20 to structure. Structure is gonna make us just a tad more durable. Literally just a tad. Not much at all, and that's fine. That's fine. A little bit more health on this guy doesn't hurt anybody. 197, but we'll take it. Okay, so now that we have more energy, oh my gosh, things are gonna be on the up and ups for us. Oh my gosh, we can fire so much more! Ah ha ha ha! Yeah, I am pleased. We didn't even let our weapon recharge. Oh yeah, upgrading energy core. Make sure you do it. Now our weapons are taking a little bit longer to recharge than our engines, especially. Like I've basically been boosting this entire time. But that's okay. I feel like a boost-focused energy core is honestly what we need here anyway. What? There's an asteroid behind me. All right, let's get some distance. We don't need to be super cheeky. Oh, really? Hang on a second. There we go. Sometimes when you're out of energy, you just gotta store. Where's the music? Where is the music? Music? Come back to me. I want to hear you. What happened? What happened? Someone set us up the bomb. Nope, nope, nope. That was close. Man, that armor is strong. All right. Ooh, a scattergun? We are going to stack corrosion against this guy. This Bloodstar Overseer is incredibly healthy when it comes to armor. So we're gonna start popping off these weak points to bring that down. Ah, that's fine. We will shoot you in the back because that increases our chance to get critical hits. That is a Vanguard trait, firing at the rear. But we need to take out more of this armor, so that's what we're gonna do. Oh, our shields went down. I think we got him though. All right, there we go. And a couple more enemies. Man, this place without music is weird. It's weird. That's definitely a bug. We'll get it fixed. I don't think that's in the current build. I think that's just in the dev build. You're gonna see some bugs every now and then in these live streams because we're sending out like the hottest, freshest stuff to show you, and sometimes it creates weird bugs. There we go. Beautiful. Ramming speed. Excellent. Okay. We just have a couple more items to take out. I think they're gonna keep sending enemy waves at us, so I'm gonna try and focus it down. And then we're gonna answer a bunch of questions, because I'm sure you guys have been asking, as I've been incredibly focused in this combat. If I wasn't so under-leveled, I think maybe it wouldn't be so bad, but it's fine. Like, it's still more than possible whenever you're at a similar level or a little under-leveled. Obviously. At least I hope that would be obvious. Boop. Perfect. The stillness. The stillness is so crazy. G might help. For some reason, I was thinking G was gonna like fix the music and not give me my ultimate. But yes, this is slow-mo so that I can fire at these unmoving fuel tanks perfectly. Very good use of the ultimate, in fact. The most professional use. But we'll keep using it, why not? Cool. Now we're gonna pick up a lot of goods here. Let's cycle over to a scattergun. Our Gauss cannon's been really helpful. But let's change some things up. Swap some things out for some other things. Just to make room. Yeah, we're gonna say goodbye to the Gatling gun. I probably wouldn't do that if I was actually playing, but you know, I want the space to show you other things. Not gonna use the damage booster. I think we're good. This should be good. Dark matter, I'll take it. Super jet, oh nice. Energy charger, what's over here? Credits? Credits are always good. Excellent. Now there's also a couple of little hidden doodads in this base as well. All the ships have launched, but you can see that like right underneath here, look at this. There's a little shipwreck. You can dive in there, get some more credits. Looking around and watching what your ship picks up as you're flying close to things is gonna help you a lot if you're trying to maximize the goods in the areas. as well as making sure you collect all of the devices and all the Eterna bypasses and all of the other unique whatevers that could be appearing in those sites. Now that all is taken care of, oh, we have a Bloodstar Prospector. We haven't had any Bloodstar equipment drop yet, have we? We're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. But first, in this very calm and very still situation. Oh, does the bill have Control P? The answer is no. The answer is no. Oh my gosh, Caden, that's great. Caden says slow motion for combat. No thanks. Slow motion for cooler explosions. Nice one. By the way, don't forget the community stuff. Oh, shoot. Community stuff. You're right. Yeah, we've got a little bit of time left, so don't worry. We won't forget. Remind me again in 5 minutes. We'll get to that. Alt F4 might possibly help. Okay, Lara, let's try that one. Just kidding. I might be gullible, but I'm not that gullible. Okay. All right, this should feel real good. Boom. I'm a little disappointed in this weapon. 141 kinetic damage. I was hoping that would have a much greater impact. Oh well. Let's keep using it. Also helps if you, you know, hit your target. I recognize that fact. This guy and his maneuvers is level 8. Goodness gravy. Excuse me. I thought this was a point and shoot game. Let's get one more. Oh yeah, the level difference makes the difference. Ha! Look at this guy spinning around. Oh my gosh. This guy thinks he's hot stuff. Look at your ship. It's trash. You know why? Because you're going down. I'm crushing you. Quit acting all cool. This is my stream. Excellent. Solid. All right, so there's some more secrets in this area that take a while, but Eterna bypasses, there's like at least one in every location. Generally speaking, they show up from doing the locational challenges. Also, music's back. Yes. But they're absolutely delightful. We are gonna head back to base, where we're gonna park it for now. This is gonna be where we save for next time, because we wanna talk about more community stuff. But I hope that you guys enjoyed the tease of the jellyfish. I hope that you guys like the new ship model for the light ship. And again, this is just one of many that are in the works that are coming. We're pretty happy with the results thus far. I know that I say that a lot, but it's because if we weren't, we would be changing a lot more. And because we're happy with the results, it means we're continuing to move forward. It means progress is being had. It means deadlines are being hit, mostly. And, you know, it's all coming together, right? So that's why I say that a lot. That's why I say that a lot. I was hoping to get some Bloodstar equipment there, but it's not an Executioner. Dude, the Executioner is so good. It's so good. I'm also seeing some praise. I want to acknowledge that too. Like, you know, we got some good questions, but it's always also nice to, you know, see what people are saying and their experiences. So Fedigan, I am terrible at pronouncing usernames, but he says, happy to share a word about EVERSPACE. Bought it on Steam week after release date. Hope that many fans also share the good word as it deserves all praise. Wow. Good September to devs. Thank you very much for that. And glad that you are enjoying the EVERSPACE experience. That's awesome. You were sad there weren't any hidden ones in Zarkov? I think you might have missed some. Oh, you did do every puzzle? Because there's. I mean, Zarkov is a smaller system, so you probably finish them faster, but there's still challenges in there. There's still some challenges to be had. All right, so here is a good time to kind of like lock in where we were at. We'll keep flying the Vanguard next time if we want. If we don't want, if you guys want something else, then you let me know. In the next stream, we'll pull up another ship. We haven't flown the Scout in this particular run yet. We could also fly an Interceptor, Striker, Sentinel, you name it. Kind of want to give more love to the light ships or the medium class ships as well. Just because we have been running those heavies more often than not. But I digress. So from here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna move on over to the display case of what you guys have been hard at work on. And of course, I forgot to prep my assets one stinking moment while I change a thing. Goodness gravy. It's almost like preparing these streams takes more than a minute to do. Oh my gosh. All right, the deed is done. All is well and fine and dandy, I think. So let's pull on over to this next segment, which is highlighting some really cool stuff that you guys have been doing with your fan art. So what I think I'm gonna do here, I've got to mute this, is change this. Oh yes, it's like I know how to stream. Excellent. Is there music playing in the background? Now there is, perfect. So we're gonna go through some screenshots that you guys have been taking yourselves. And I'm just gonna highlight it because it's awesome stuff. It's seriously awesome stuff. So yeah, you know, no matter how ready you aren't. Oh my gosh. Remember that one time we started the stream that I didn't have my green screen up? Yeah, was that last week? Oops, it happens. All right, anyway. So this first shot comes from Ariane, A-R-I-A-N-E, from the Discord. And I love this shot so much. It makes me so happy. Coming right at ya with this missile to your face. And this is also the bomber, so it feels that much more appropriate, as all of these missiles are just chugging out from their eight port missile launcher on both sides. Like these bombers are you can't mess with these without getting a missile to your face. That's just how they are designed. So good stuff. Next, we got a couple from BW Lambrecht, who has been refining his photo skills. Oh my gosh, is that depth of field I see, BW Lambrecht? This pleases me greatly. You're leveling up your game, it makes me happy. I think this is a solid shot of his striker. I think he's done a great job not looking at the explosion, because everybody knows cool guys never look at explosions. And it just comes together really well. So nice stuff. Quality shot. Was this wait a second, was this the striker you were asking about in the Discord, which one you needed to choose? And this is the one you ultimately chose? Is that right? It's kind of, might be fun. The totally not a Maverick missile on the last one, yeah. Oh my goodness. All right, so next we're going over to another one from BW Lambert. This one was from his Adventures in Zarkov, getting a nice under angle shot of the vertical asteroids in a mysterious zone. Real clean, real delightful. The composition is coming together, I will say. It is coming together. Nice framing. I'd like to see a lightning bolt in there. That would take it to the next level for me. But man, it's very clear, BW Lambricks, if you're out there watching right now, you're up in your game. I love it. I love it. Good stuff. Next one comes from an individual that I know is in the chat because I saw you sneaking around. We've got Deshra. This one comes from Nefty's Plains Station, in fact. This might look crazy and you're like, wait, what? This is from Nefty's Plains? Yeah, this one's from Nefty's Plains. We are flying into the ground is what's happening here. And this is a gigantic mining bay that we see the player's sentinel flying into. Cool and clever, and also these wispy things, if I'm not mistaken, indicates that you're getting ready to go into Superlight as well. That seems dangerous. But very well, I'll accept. It's good stuff. Came out nice. Thanks to all the ROCKFISH team for working so hard on an awesome game. Thank you for committing your time and your space to diving into these streams, engaging with us, and helping us make the game the best it can be. So, ha! Got your back! Get wrecked! Okay, next image. But thank you, we do appreciate that. It's very kind. Next we got Drive Live. We got Drive Live, who's taken a shot. Do you guys know what game this is from? This is from an older game. And when I say older, I mean just a couple of years. It might look like EVERSPACE 2, but nope! That's EVERSPACE 1! Oh, got him! That's right, this is an interceptor from EVERSPACE 1. You can tell because of the way that it is. Also, 2 stars. We don't have any systems in EVERSPACE 2 right now that have 2 stars. I really enjoy the Interceptor's look from EVERSPACE 1, and I just have to, I have to just give praise to Matthias for bringing it back in such a positive way, and how we've transformed it. It's good stuff. So that's a great shot from Drive Live. Keep it up. We love the shots from both EVERSPACE 1 and EVERSPACE 2. Clean is the word. Clean. Next one, which I thought was so clever, and Excelsior, as he's known on YouTube. I know that you're watching right now. It was cheeky. That was good. Flying on the inside of one of Union's planets. I'm forgetting the name of it. Is it something Vale? No, it's not. I can't remember. The name is eluding me, but the part that's cool is that he made it look like he crashed. One of his wings got clipped off. Oh my gosh. That's just cool. That's clever. That's really clever. What a unique way to show the desolate aspects of the DMZ. Really, really cool. And I mean, that ship is banged all the heck. Like, you can see the cracked glass on it and everything. Really cool way to bring that together. Love the lighting and ship looks on EVERSPACE 1. EVERSPACE 1's not even close to second in my love meter because it had much worse controls. That's fine. Totally love audio world and gameplay on second. That's great. No, that's awesome. Yeah, EVERSPACE 1 is a different game experience, right? You know it. The controls are a little bit different. The gameplay loop is entirely different. But I mean, obviously we also wanted to have that familiarity within EVERSPACE 2. So if you're familiar with EVERSPACE 1, like, you're gonna be in a good frame, like, you have a good frame of reference of how you're gonna be navigating the game space mostly in EVERSPACE 2. But obviously, other things have changed around a bit. So, but yeah, that's great. It's great. Also, the voiceovers on EVERSPACE 2 are sweet. Yeah, we've got a lot of returning voice actors as well. So we're happy with how that's come together. All right, next one. This also comes from Excelsior. He said that he loved this coloration, and frankly speaking, I dig it too. What a great choice of 3 colors with a splash, a little added extra using the decals. You can see this orange and it's like a light yellow. I'm not really sure. Can't completely tell what it is. But it looks great. That little splash of orange there in conjunction with the yellow, blue, black looks fantastic. Or actually, no, it's metallic. It's metallic yellow. It's not black, it's metallic yellow. That looks clean, man. I also like how your lights, your emissive lights are all light blue, which just further complements everything going on here. That's a great style. That's a great style. Very, very good way to bring it all together. Oh, the third color is white? Really? Oh, this is white. Regardless, you've brought it all together in a very powerful way, and I love it. I love it. Keep it up. You also have some fan art that you brought to us. At least it's labeled as fan art. I'm not sure what you tweaked so much. Maybe it's like you added like a painterly approach to this? Maybe, I'm not quite sure, but that looks gorgeous, just straight up right there, like, ho! Oh, baby! I love your contrast using blue and orange. That is just popping, man. That looks so good. So however you dolled that up, mwah, kudos to you. Hopefully you didn't have to doll it up too much though, because we have a lot of these aspects coming into it. What's that ship? That is an interceptor. That is an interceptor. The contrast is cranked to oblivion. Good. Yeah, it came together really well. Oh my gosh, I did need more time. Okay, I gotta go a little bit faster. So we're gonna start upping up our game. So Excel, this is the other fan art one. I don't know what you changed on this one whatsoever, but it wasn't color at all. I actually love how you made this explode with how you were adjusting the contrast. Maybe even a little bit of color shifting. I'm not quite sure, but that looks great, dude. That's wallpaper material for me. I love the way you brought those colors together. And this is a Vanguard for anybody who's wondering. So we're gonna keep moving along. This one comes from BW Lambrecht, who took It's YFT's fan art. And if you're not familiar with It's YFT, he creates some absolutely insane pieces of screenshots and composes very intricate and beautiful fan art pieces, touches them up very nicely. Like if you go to Steam and you go to the screenshots, you're very likely just gonna be scrolling through his content. It's gorgeous. And I think that's a fantastic lock screen for a phone. Next we got Khait. Just a nice angle, flying through space, seeing those bright colors, highlighting his sexy striker. Good stuff. Now I said I am gonna be kind of cranking these up, so I'm gonna keep going. Here's another one from Khait, maybe even flying that exact same ship. I can't tell if the color's different or not. But also going through these crystallized asteroids, showing the detail, the light work that's going on this side of, is that Cedo? Is this Cedo? It's hard to tell. That might be Cedo. Khait also has a knack for playing around with various tools and mechanics, and this one in particular, I think this is where you were going ham with the Arc 9000, if I'm not mistaken, and doing all sorts of crazy stuff, which was so freaking cool. So freaking cool. And this one in particular, it's almost like you're trying to fly out of the Death Star as it's exploding. That's where my mind went first. But I love the way that you've brought it all together, especially with the depth of field. So it's playing with your eyes, like what's gonna happen next? It's exciting, it's riveting. I wanna know, like, it's so cool. Very, very good work here. Next up, we have Rudy from the Discord. They were sneaking around into different spaces and discovering little hidden secrets. I'm not even gonna tell you where this site is located, but if you want to know more, you gotta be more thorough in how you're searching about and discovering what lies beneath. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Next, we got another one from Rudy. I think this is just a solid shot of this interior space. every time I look at that, it doesn't look like it's a screenshot. It looks like somebody like painted it or something. I love it. And the fact that he's using this like super glossy ship, it makes it look even more like, oh, we're just gonna pretend that it's realistic, but that's a freaking screenshot. This is nuts. Rudy, well done. Love how you used those details to bring it all together. Next, we've got Salt Can using this beautiful contrast of a indigo and a red. Nice. I also love how there's like a pink shade coming out because of the colors that are being used. Like that just, those colors are popping, man. I dig that so much. Looks so good. And again, screenshot. Just a screenshot. Goodness, you guys and your knack for photography, it's so delightful. We got one from Speedy Sam 23. This one also, I really like the metallic, the way that he's made his ship look. Those words, it looks great. The green, the blue, the metallic. Why can't I say that freaking word? It's shiny. Ooh, shiny. It's awesome. I dig it. Ah! And just firing all guns blazing. I love it. Everything comes together so well here. Words are hard, okay? You're right. Metallicness. It's been a long day, and I'm so glad that you guys are a part of the day right now. It's a beautiful moment. This one also comes from, this one comes from Spook Knight. Excuse me, Spook Knight, who's been helping out people with understandings over on YouTube. Thanks for that, by the way. What a boss. Pretty awesome that you're transferring information that you are aware of. But this one looks crazy. Like it had to have been painted, right? Like what's going on here? That's clearly dolled up. No, it's not. We have a player ship right down in the lower right corner, and this is Alec right before he's jumping out. This is what it looks like when you're using your super light warp drive right before you go flying out. And I just think that looks so good. What a perfect shot. What a perfect shot. Now goes to the speed round before my wife murders me because she has to go pick up my daughter. This one, the Chemical Bro, always doing fun stuff with his fan art. Those are Legos. That was pretty clever. That was pretty fun. Nicely done. Very good, very good. Pretty sure that these are digital Legos. These aren't real ones that were placed on a board, but still, I enjoy it. I think it comes together nicely. Very clever. Kudos to you. The Chemical Bro also does some other fun fan art. I love this. I love this probably more than I should. Like, he even like changed it to say EVERSPACE too. That's top. That is top. Oh, goodness gravy. And finally, just a couple more. We got V. Raymond, who collected the 3 different types of energy orbs and put them near each other. I think that looks great. It's like sync them all up together. Beautiful work. Last but not least, we got White Saber, who is blasting the interior space here and lights going crazy. Loving the explosions. All's coming together well for you there. And then finally, one more explosion in a super shiny vessel. I dig that ship. I dig that ship so much. And the contrast to the size of the asteroid and the light dark side, like this right here, that could be a poster in and of itself, but then he did more and it's like explosion, space station, like great composition, White Saber. All of this stuff comes together so well. So guys, thank you so much for being a part of the stream today. It has been absolutely my pleasure to go ham with all of this news and entertainment for you. One last point that you should absolutely head on over to the Discord and hang out with us. There's a ton of other sights and sounds galore that you can be a part of through all things that are, EVERSPACE related. So, yeah, I mean, we'll probably post your pictures on the fan art section. We'll have a lot more fun in all these territories to speak to you and answer questions and all that type of stuff. But otherwise, if this is all too much for you, I'll just hang out with these guys. We'll just hang out with these guys. Oh wait, we need music. Hang on. Okay, that's better. Let's hang out with these guys while I say my goodbyes to you. You guys have been absolutely awesome today. I have been absolutely Eric Schrader, your community ambassador to all things Everspace 2. Don't stop being awesome, and we'll catch you in the next stream next week. Toodles!